On Selective Styles.
Let's kick things off with the mysterious Sonido. This one off his forthcoming album dropping end of November. And the name of this track is called Make Me Feel. You know the drill, speakers all the way up. Let's go.
There are no new notes. what's next. Preferably simple yet capable of the absurdly complex. The music will take you where you want to go, yet never imagine. This thing. Transportation to new climates, beautiful memories, and a chance to shake it all off every once in a while. A vacation from the voyeurism and the choice to get involved. Put that phone down. Get up. Get up. Get up. Get up. Get up. Get up. Get out from between your own ears. Is what this thing is all about. Because as you know, the whole world is a cheat sheet now. City to shortcut city. The easy route is always one eye blink away from giving up on yourself. In times like these, with leaders like this, and a planet swarming with restless natives, treated more like royal subjects than citizens, prone to the whims of the king. And that's why this thing we do is so universally relevant to a better life. Existing. And sometimes you just gotta go dance it out, you know? Take some time off from your inhibitions and drown yourself in sound like we drown our sorrows far too often for far too many horrible reasons. Life is full of ebbs and flows, and those tides will visit themselves upon your shores with reckless impunity, regardless of seasons or reasons or why. And that's why we want to share this thing with you. Why we want to implore you to join us in the dance. Outsmart your smartphone by leaving it be. Accepting our invitation to the rhythmic side of life. Take all our ideas, real-time stuff, you know. What you need to do is dance. The music will take you where you want to go and where you have never imagined. Everybody needs a little inspiration to crank their own gears. Get up, get out, and get something for you.
Evening, gentlemen, and welcome to our segments, our review segments once again. Today is a Monday, it's the 1st of November, it's a new month, and yeah, we're going to take a review on our favorite pairs, US 100, US 30, and German 30. Without a further ado, let's start with NAS 100 and see how NAS 100 played out today. So first of all, what we need to do is when we open up our charts, what we need to do is identify the trend of the market, right? So when we identify the trend of the market, we can now make an in-depth analysis of what is really going on inside on the lower time frames, and this is where we'll get our entries, right? So let us go in. So this is on a daily, so we'll scale down to the 1 hour, right? On the 1 hour. So as we can see on the daily, we saw price was an uptrend, right? It was an uptrend and it was playing within our ascending trend line, right? And it was respecting all levels of our ascending trend line. So now let us get an in-depth analysis of what is really happening with the market. So now as we can see, price reached the resistance of our trend line, and now we need to find possible setups on where we're going to execute the market, how we're going to execute the market, and where we're going to enter from, right? So let's go on a lower time frame. Let's go into the 15-minute time frame. And what story does the 15-minute time frame tell us? So now as you can see, on Friday price was in the bullish, it was forming higher highs, right? So we didn't know where price was going, and yeah, it closed at an all-time high, its new high on Friday, right? So then come this morning, price had opened up above this level, so we'll say this level is our support level, right? So we waited for price to play out a little bit and see, let it form a little bit of structure. So now price had respected the trend line, it had respected this support line, right? And respected this trend line as well. So now what we can see is that price, so what we can do, what we see now is that we identified our areas of value, which is our support here, and our resistance here. We can say this is our areas of value because we can see rejection, 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 which shows a little bit of liquidity within the markets, right? So identify the trend of the market, uptrend. Identify your areas of values, which is our within our support and resistance. We saw that, right? Identify areas of rejection and where areas of rejection, right? So there's areas of rejection, there's area of rejection, area of rejection, area of rejection, area of rejection. So now, how are we going to execute the trade? So as you can see, price opened up at midnight at this price, it moved all the way like that, it moved all the way like that, and as you see, it got to 12 o'clock, it's going towards half past 3. So if you really wanted to go into this trade in an earlier entry but a very risky entry, you're going to enter at this zone over here and place your stop loss above this area of value, right? And you're going to go from that zone to that zone, which was going to be how your trade was going to play out, right? Then when it got to this level, you're going to put your stop loss at break even, then just let the trade run. So now we didn't know where the trade was going to go, right? So we did wait until 3:30, and to make a informed decision, we waited for 3 and for price to get to our zones, right? And as you can see, price got to this level around 2 o'clock area, around 2 o'clock, right? As you can see, price got into this level, but it hadn't rejected this level as yet, right? So as you can see, price was playing around at this level. So we get to 25 past 3, and we see price move down, right? So price is finally broken structure. You see a clear break and close below our area of value. So now, as you can see, we would enter into this trade. We enter into this trade and we would place our stop loss above this area here, above these highs over here. Technically our highs or our resistance within the 5-minute time frame. And yeah, we'd enter like that, and as you can see, price picked up a little bit, so it was a little bit of a pullback, but not so much, and it pushed all the way to the downside to our first TP over here. How we identified our first TP at that area is because of this zone over here. That is how we identified our TP, and price surprisingly went even further down. So this was a nice risk to reward ratio trade. It was a very nice trade this to enter. So the next pair that we want to move on to is US30. So we'll go to US30 on 4-hour. Identify our trend first of all. What is our trend? We see our trend was an uptrend, right? We go to our lower time frames to get a in-depth analysis of what is really going on with the markets, right? So now market opened up. This is how market played, right? Market played around here, so we had to wait until market formed a little bit of structure, right? We were going to draw a support. We were going to draw a support zone over here and our resistance zone over here. Sorry. And our resistance zone over here. So we're going to wait for price to play and either get to our support level or our resistance level. But obviously we wait until 3:30 when we get a little bit of more volatility in the markets for us to enter the trade. So yeah, to enter a trade. So if you enter the trade off this support and this resistance over here, and you let price push to the upside, that was good on you. You made a nice little bit of money within the morning session, and that was nice. So we found a little bit of structure, as you can see over here. And now what pattern we identified is that we identified an ascending ascending triangle, sorry, formation, sorry, a bullish ascending triangle, sorry. That's what we identified over here in this market, right? No, not a bullish ascending, sorry. We identified a rising wedge, sorry, a rising wedge. So what are the rules when you identify a rising wedge? So in a rising wedge, this is basically a reversal pattern. So what we're expecting is price to push down, break the zone, retest and push back to the downside, but we didn't know this information as yet, right? So what information that we had was this information that we gathered over here. So we were waiting for price to get to this level. So once price got to this level, then we could start building up a little bit of a story, right? So the story that we built up is now, this is our support. This is where price is testing the most, right? And this is our highest points also, which is our resistance. So for us, in order for us to enter the trade, is that we're going to wait for price to break and retest the zone, right? So this is how it happened. So we saw the break, we saw the break and the retest. So we would have entered here and placed our stop loss above here. Stop loss is not bad, it's about 40 points, which is a little bit too big for us, for my rules when I enter a trade, but given the situation, this is the stop loss that we had. The risk to reward was good also. So it was like a 1-to-3 risk to reward ratio. So as you can see, price broke past the structure, it broke down, and this was before +3, it broke down, and now we need to wait for the retest. We wait for the retest, then there, price boom, broke above, faked out a little bit, came back again, came back down again, almost kicked us out the trade and pushed to the downside. Given the rules of a ascending triangle, it played out to the T. So this was a good trade if you took it. And yeah, let us move on to the next pair, which is DAX 40, German 40. Go into 1 hour. So over here we got DAX, right? And like we said, when we enter our trade, we need to find so we need to follow our checklist, right? So we need to identify the trend, and in this case it's an uptrend, right? We need to identify areas of value. What price does it those areas of value? Does it reject? And yeah, does it reject? And that has done a break and a retest. So let us go to our lower time frame so we can identify where prices, yeah, what price is going to do and how we're going to execute the trade, right? So as you can see here, we put this as our resistance, right? Before market open, we put this as our resistance. Price opened up and broke into this zone, right? So we needed to wait for price to form a little bit of structure in order for us to execute a trade or to see what the market is doing. So as you can see, price is moving on like that throughout the morning, right? It moved there. So we identified our resistance within the zone, right? Our highest point here, and price pushed down and came back to our support level. As you can see, it's our support and resistance level, or our area of value, because it rejected this zone as resistance and it rejected this zone as support. So this is an area of value where we could enter our trades, right? So what you would do in this case is that you would enter in this area over here. Why would we enter this area? As you can see on the 5 minutes, we see a bullish engulfing candle and rejection of a zone. So once we see that, we see price push up to the upside a little bit and forming a little bit of bullish momentum, right, to the upside. So now, because we saw this bullish and we saw this candle here is a bullish momentum, we entered our trade and put our stop losses below our area of value. So we had like a 11-point stop loss, which is not bad at all for so this trade was quite a big nice trade. So it was like a 1 to 10 risk to reward ratio. Very good trade that you could have entered here, but remember, we can't predict what the market is doing. So our first TP was this level here, and once it was this level here, so once it passed this level over here, it broke, it retested, as you can see, this candle on 5 minutes, and pushed the upside. It reached our second TP, which this is on a daily time frame. If you can see, if you zoom in on a daily time frame. So yeah, this is all I have to say about the pairs today, about the review sessions today on Monday. I hope you guys got a lot of value out of this, and yeah, let me know what's lacking, what more you'd like to see in the videos, if my explanation of the videos is good. And yeah, see you again tomorrow same time with another review session. Thank you guys.